be joining us to discuss why they are so committed to supporting women and people of color-owned businesses while also discussing their empowerment loan program, which can provide your business access to funds up to $5 million. So don't miss our Truth Be Told monthly interview with Old National Bank at 8 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Day one, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Stop touching that snooze button and get ready to clock in with the best morning show on the planet.
It's okay when we're singing, we're dancing, we're playing on the field, making everybody else laugh, making everybody else millions of dollars, but as soon as we have a voice, we're punished for it.
Giving you an informative dialogue with a side of fun and laughter while cutting through the noise and bringing you the real stories behind the headlines.
Look, it takes 5 minutes. Notice I'm not getting into details about what goes on in Switzerland, but those that know, you know what I'm talking about.
Get a little. And then
do it again. Do it again.
A little.
That's it.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
My point is, if you're 40 or if you're still trying to push for something, it doesn't mean that it's over just because it's been delayed. Delayed doesn't mean denied.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, this is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming on YouTube.
You gotta love black folks. We gonna make a way out. What you mean, man? All you gotta do is get
I gotta do is put a little oil in it.
Go get the Robitussin so we can get this car fixed.
Here are your hosts, the effective communication coach, Denise Thomas, and two-time Emmy Award winner, Telly Hughes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, November the 13th. Is November like a tongue tie? Should I be like not being able to say that word? Do my warm up. Dr. Ken is in the building. You're a little early. You got like 10 hours, Dr. Ken. Good morning, Truth Nation. Shout out to Jasmine. I like that good energy on the YouTube message board. She said, morning world. Let's go. It is hump day. We've got the crew in the building. Good morning, Telly.
Good morning, DT.
Tony Smith.
DT, what's happening? Telly.
What up?
And DJ Ricky on the ones and twos. We got the full team in the building. All right, so Truth Nation, I'm going to first ask this question to both Telly and Tony. And we're actually going to put out a YouTube poll. We want to know how you feel about this. But first, let me ask Telly and Tony. Are we over talking about the election? Should we move on now? Because it's been over a week. Are we okay with not talking about the election, just moving forward? Well, that was Ricky's vote.
Guess first.
Listen, the election is over, but there's still plenty in politics to talk about. But the election part, that's done with.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same way, DT. I'm over it. And
did they finish counting?
And my
Tony.
Why? How many more votes does Trump need?
I have no idea. I was just wondering.
That is such a good point. It's like, are we a gluten for punishment?
Right.
Can you imagine that? Madam Vice President, we're still counting votes. Did you see the red?
All right.
Madam Vice President already went to her niece and her sister's house, played games with her nieces, and poured her a glass of wine, which I'm not mad at.
Yeah.
If you ask me, it wasn't strong enough, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I'm over it because DT. I mean, I think that's probably not a good question for you and I because we've had to talk about it so much. We were going to be over it regardless, I think, but. I just think from an election standpoint, again, like Tony said, it's November 5th and happen. And, it's just the people have spoken.
Deal with it now.
Yeah, just got to deal with it.
Now you're cooking with peanut oil. So should we be talking about how we're going to deal with it versus the results? And
yes.
Okay. So we're going to open up a YouTube poll because we want to hear from you, Truth Nation. Are we over talking about the election? Yes or no? It's going to be a simple yes or no question. We want to hear from you. DJ Ricky on the ones and twos is going to get this YouTube poll out. And you, quite frankly, you can call us. Call Telly, Tony, and I right now. 833-212-1017 is our Truth Talking text line. You can also stream and watch Tony and I live right now. Tony, Telly, and I on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com, or just go to YouTube and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Moriam on our YouTube message board. I love y'all. Truth Nation is not playing. It's 7:04 and they're like, let's go. Moriam says it is going to be a bumpy 4 years. I'm weak. Why did I just literally picture Lex Luthor, like the bald villain from Superman? Moriam says it is going to be a bumpy 4 years, especially with Lex Luthor in the cabinet. If they did not vote for Hillary, they would have not given the VP a chance. Now, there's a lot of breaking news that took place overnight because President-elect Donald Trump is announcing his new administration, including Elon Musk. Elon Musk will be leading a new department known as the Department of Government Efficiency. Boy, I tell you, these billionaires, they know how to stick together.
Wow.
He's with his other the other guy. I can't think of his name.
Who? What other guy?
I think him and Elon are supposed to be running it together. I can't think of the guy's name. He was running for the Republican seat. The Indian guy.
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Oh, yeah.
Ramaswamy,
That's right.
Ramaswamy.
Yes.
They're running it together.
They're running it together.
Yeah.
Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk will be leading the Department of Government. Is it Government Efficiency?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No idea.
I mean, it's
like made up. I've never heard of that one before.
Oh, yeah. No, he made it up.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I never heard of that before.
when 9/11 took place under the Bush administration, that's when the Department of Homeland Security was established. So as a president, you can create departments and you can eliminate, because according to President-elect Donald Trump, the Department of Education, is that still going bye-bye?
As far as we know. Wow.
Depends on who's leading it. The other one was he hired the Fox host for the defense secretary.
So who was that? Like, I'm still trying to figure out the name.
Some Pete Hegseth or something. He's like.
Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
Wow. I mean, you don't watch Fox. If you watch Fox, you probably know who he is.
I watch Fox, but I watch Fox and Friends. I watch the Hatfield, the Garfield. Is it Garfield?
He was on Fox and Friends a lot, they said. He's like one of the normal contributors to Fox and Friends.
And so he's going from being a Fox News anchor to a U.S. government department head.
Defense secretary, too. The military.
Are you serious?
Huh?
There it is right there.
Trump picks Army veteran Fox News host for defense secretary. Okay.
And he was talking about women in the military.
I'm learning now with every update that I see regarding the Trump administration to just say, okay, because what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Text Eric.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
I was just wondering when someone black is going to be picked in this cabinet. Because he loves black people so much.
And cue the crickets chirping, Ricky. Right. Cue the crickets, Ricky, on that one.
No, I mean, look, after all, the black vote increased 21% for him.
But let me read y'all a quote from what the guy said first. He said, it hasn't made us, talking about women in the military, it hasn't made us more effective, hasn't made us more lethal, has made fighting more complicated. We all serve with women, and they're great. That's what he tries to. But our institutions don't have to incentivize that in places where men in those positions are more capable.
Well, speaking of President-elect Donald John Trump, I just learned that from Sherwin yesterday, that's what the J stands for. Donald Trump addressed the nation regarding civil rights and racial discrimination. We're gonna hear from.
It's about time you do something for black people.
In the meantime, I love it. Truth Nation is not wasting any time. Our Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. Cypher, good morning. You are live with DT, Telly, and Tony. What is your question or comment?
Question and a comment. I know some women were kind of upset with men after the election. Did you hear about any of that stuff?
Did I hear about women being upset with men after the election?
Yes. I don't really understand how, in the midst of all this, people still find a way to say they hate somebody when they didn't get the results everybody probably would have wanted. And now that they see what's going on, but it's just I gotta wonder, how's the confidence of women right now? You ask them a question, because it's this might sound kind of bogus, but it's a woman can't be a leader. She can be in charge, but she can't be a woman and be a leader, if that makes sense.
Why would that not make sense to me, Cypher? I speak English just like you. That makes perfect sense. I hear what you're saying. I hear you.
So it's you ask them a question, and they say, as a leader and as a woman, right? They will answer the question.
Yep.
Why is that? Could you?
I can't speak on behalf of all women. I'm not a big fan of making monolithic statements. I personally don't have any issues with. Let me say it to you like this: whatever issues or opportunities or challenges I have with men did not begin with this election. It's not contingent upon the outcome.
Maybe give us a little bit of perspective in that train of thought.
Perspective on what?
Okay, let's say a man is a leader. He's not held to the same standards or everything. His sexuality, his desires, his interests. And, if it's a woman, it's going to be a completely different ball game, because everything's going to be taken into consideration. And it's going to upset somebody because she's a woman.
Okay, gotcha. Well, here's how I feel about this, Cypher. Whether this country, probably since the first president, George Washington, has portrayed leadership as straight, older white men. And so if you're constantly seeing straight, older white men, excuse me, as leaders, it's going to be difficult for you to receive a woman in that capacity, i.e. President of the United States. And then secondly, based on systemic racism, there have been a significant amount of efforts to divide the black family and promote black women in highly visible business critical roles, and basically a very passive aggressive way to make black men resent black women. Because a lot of the brothers that I've spoken to, Cypher, have said, I'm tired of seeing all the black women getting all the promotions and we're not getting anything. How can we lead our homes? How can we be providers and protectors if we're not treated as such in the workplace? Does that answer your question?
Not really. Like, there's a different example between, like, the separation between the black family. I was thinking more of like,
okay, so Cypher,
like
here's
what
the thing.
kind of leader would
Here's
you
the
be
thing, Cypher. When you ask me a question about my truth and I give it to you, and then you say it didn't answer your question, then no matter what I say, so I don't know what you want me to say other than my truth. You asked me my truth, my perspective, and I gave it to you. It's not about being right or wrong.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
but we got to move on. We got to move on, Cypher. I appreciate you listening, Cypher. We got to move on. All right. Good morning, Callie. What is your question or comment? Thank you for listening. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm over the election talk. We know who won. We know Orange Crush Cheeto Face won. And I'm just over it. I'm over the conversation. The only reason I feel like Kamala didn't get in is because she's a woman, and that's the most terrible thing about the whole election. Have a good morning.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, thank you for your call. That is, and a lot of times I think that it may just be that simple. It may just come down to that, and a lot of people may not want to admit it. And I think it's from both ends. I think there were a fair share of women didn't want her to be the first female president, and there were a lot of guys that did not want a female to be president. And that's just real. Like, I mean, there's no denying that.
I'm just tripping off people when they ask you for your opinion, your thoughts, your feelings, and they're like, nah, that didn't answer me. I'm like, what you want me to say? You asked me my truth. We got 3 whole people. Look,
I got one answer to your question.
This ain't the Sherwin Hughes show. It's just one person in 3 hours. We got a whole football team in this studio. We got 2 hours. What do you want me to do? Truth Nation, let's keep it going. 833-212-1017. We got guest co-host Tony Smith in the building. The best morning show on planet Earth, and we're so excited that you're tuned in to start your morning off. Stay locked in, and we're going to take your calls when we come back, as well as read some things that are coming in on our YouTube message board and Truth Text line, Truth Talk and text line. Stay locked in.
It's Dr. Ken Harris, and you can watch me now live on YouTube every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m., and you can watch the best radio show in Wisconsin by going to 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Watch me explore the issues which are shaping our community while also having fun discussions, pop culture, current events, all kind of stuff going on right here on YouTube right now by subscribing to 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
I'm very familiar with Gruber Law Offices because they're always out in the community.
Gruber Law Offices are known to be honest, hardworking.
They're always involved in our neighborhoods.
Gruber Law Offices make our community a better place.
They are the best. For nearly 40 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped people throughout Wisconsin. If you're injured, we're here to help. One call, that's all.
Wisconsin would not be the same without Gruber Law Offices.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful Center for Employment, a Center for Trauma Recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Yeah. Fool.
Truth Nation, the award-winning 1017 The Truth, is the proud home of Milwaukee Panthers basketball. The Panthers look to get back in the win column tonight when they travel to Virginia to take on the Longwood University Lancers. Scott Wars has the coverage starting at 5:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth. I don't know why they keep putting a.m. on these things. When does a basketball game start at 5:30 a.m.? Anyway, 5:30 p.m., you all. Tonight, Scott Wars will begin his coverage on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock p.m. at night.
You sure?
Now, you put some bass in that. It's like PM.
Because this is like the third week in a row. I read these and they say AM. Anyway.
There might be a game somewhere in the world.
Right.
All right. Good morning, Truth Nation. It is Hump Day, Wednesday, November the 13th. And we have an actual live YouTube poll. We want to know, Truth Nation, after a very long election year, are we done talking about the election? Ricky, what are we looking like so far? We got 9 votes. What are the people saying? We believe in democracy here at The Truth. I know I put my vote in.
Majority is saying yes.
Yeah, see?
We're done.
We're over it.
Yeah.
60-40.
60-40. 60-40.
Why y'all say no? Because we've been talking about it all year.
Some people, the people have spoken. Some people want to keep talking about it.
I mean, it's their opinion, but...
Hey, that's why we...
I'm laughing because Ricky's like, why y'all want to still talk about that? Like they were just going to answer right now.
All right. So we've been talking about, look, the election. No, we're not talking about the election. We're talking about next steps.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Breaking news. 11 employees have been injured in a Louisville, Kentucky plant explosion. Man. We'll keep you updated as we receive more updates. But if you do have any loved ones or friends in Louisville, Kentucky, please check on them now. As breaking news, 11 people have tragically been impacted by an explosion, and we'll get more details as they come in. In the meantime, because we've been talking so much about the election, this is Milwaukee Black Talk Radio. There's been a number of living legends that have passed that, we got to give credit to because, like, for example, Quincy Jones passed the day before the election.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And the fact that we were not able to honor and celebrate his legacy. I mean, of course, you don't get to pick.
Right.
You don't know the end date that's going to be on your tombstone. But I felt really bad about that because I told you like 6 months ago, I was like, when Quincy Jones passes, I'm going to be just completely out of it. And I couldn't even focus on his legacy because it was one day before the election. So in addition to our brother, our king, Quincy Jones, Judith Jamison. Are you familiar with Judith Jamison from the Alvin Ailey American Dance? Passed away at 81. Prince's, the artist formerly known as Prince, only living sister, Tia Nelson, because Prince's, she passed at 64. Tia Nelson.
Wow.
And then the brother who played Candyman. And if you recall, I don't know if you remember the movie Lean on Me with Morgan Freeman.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the scene when and he played the principal. Was it Mr. Clark? What was his name? That was a real person, by the way, that he played.
Yeah. I do remember his role. It was a small one in that.
Like head of security or something.
Yeah, so he was head of security. And then he went in to become the Candyman. And so his name is Tony Todd, and he passed away at the age of 69 as well. So we've lost in our community a number of incredible actors, performers. So our condolences and our thoughts go out to Judith Jamison from the Alvin Ailey American Dance Group, Tony Todd, age 69, who played the man. Do you remember that when that movie first came out? Candyman?
Mm-hmm.
What? That was one of the scariest movies.
Yeah, you're not a scary movie person.
And that was one of the reasons, him and Freddie.
I was one of them bad kids that went in the mirror and said his name.
Oh, God.
I know one thing on this Truth Talking text line. Barry, I got time today. You need to resend that text. I'm not even going to read it, but you know what you sent. I'm so sick of us screaming and yelling and criticizing each other and talking. Barry, I tell you what, call in and say that. Call in and read what you just text. I'm so sick of this. Ricky, you already know what I'm about to do. Like, this is how we got to start our day. We're human beings, too. We literally wake up at the crack of dawn to be great. Like DJ Ricky, he DJs at night. Telly, he travels to be a sports broadcaster. I travel. And then this is what y'all, like, that's how you feel? Barry, 833-212-1017. Let the world hear how you speak with that keyboard courage on our Truth Talking text line. Like, how would you even expect me to respond to that? How would you feel if I walked up to you and just said, and I don't even know you, hey, Telly, are you stupid? Give me a break.
Yeah, you go.
And then we wonder why black folks, like, why we not progressing? And everybody else is looking at us and laughing. Look at those dumb Negroes yelling at each other, cussing each other out. And while they're doing that, we ready for that Donald Trump audio? Brother DJ Ricky?
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
So while black people are yelling and screaming at each other, this is what President-elect Donald J. Trump is doing. Let's just go into it. Thanks, Barry, for that segue.
Federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all. We are going to have real education in America. Thank you.
Reactions.
Unbelievable.
What NWA say? Here's what they think about you.
Why did he say something was illegal? These are policies. Government
what
policies.
He deems is illegal.
Government policy. How is it illegal?
Wow.
Well, it's coming from a felon. He apparently doesn't know what legal and illegal is.
Yeah.
So let me go back to my original point. You have a whole news network, Fox, that would love to hear from black people who hate themselves as well as other black people. Then you have all kind of conservative, anything that's not white radio stations in this world. You have YouTube channels where people literally talk about, you got a whole president-elect that just told the country there will be no DEI, there will be no more. And when he says racial discrimination, he's talking about white people.
Right. He's not.
And then you got, then you got a whole black talk radio station, and you got black people calling into a black talk radio station, calling the black co-host stupid. Help me understand where we are as a community. And I mean, it's 7:27. I could see if it was 4 o'clock, you had a bad day. Maybe some black person made you mad. I could even maybe just meet you. It's 7:27. And you wake up, look in the mirror. Oh, I'm a black person. Let me call Truth Be Told with DT and Telly and call those black people that look like me stupid. Stop it.
Hey, like Beyonce said, he woke up like this, apparently.
I mean, it's not funny.
It ain't even, like you said, it ain't even 7:30. You must have just woke up like that.
Man, you hate yourself that much. You are a beautiful king, black man, a leader. And you calling into a show with a black woman. Oh, she's feminist. She hates black men. Da-da-da. Are you kidding me? If I was going to leave y'all, I got a whole black dad, a whole black son. I work with black men all day. I'm sick of it. Stop it. They do not care. Anywho. Who's on the phone? Look, now I'm in black mama mode. Who's on the phone?
Tell them to call back. I ain't got time.
Quit playing on my phone.
Don't you see I'm talking no long distance? Then you wonder why black women are angry. Then you wonder why.
Smokey.
We didn't build y'all. Anywho. Thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine says, preach, DT. I'm so sick of even having this conversation.
Give me some of that.
Barry, call in. Call in. Barry says, I like the victim mentality. I like the coward mentality. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Bring it, Barry.
Thank you for having my back. Anywho.
What's up, Barry?
Back to our regular scheduled program. Let me put my professional voice back on. And dear non-black people, I'm sorry you had to be exposed to that. That's how we talk when we met each other.
It's like when all the company leaves. Like, hi, thanks for coming over. Like, so now y'all want to act up when we act up.
Boy, get your.
Thank you so much for coming. Oh, it was great to see you, Susan. Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too.
Love the cookies.
Love the cookies.
And then go straight.
Now, Telly.
Can we
know what you did right there.
We got these people in our house.
And we love the raisins you put in the potato salad too. That was great.
Boy, it be your own people, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Like, what do we say or do that is so bad where you got to call in to people that look like you and call us all kind of names? And I've had some counseling from Sherwin, and he's just like, and I'm just like, I'm not that, I'm sensitive. Everybody knows that about me. But the same sensitivity that I have is what I exude. I love people. I give people the same energy they give me. I just don't understand it. Why we as a black community, after this man looked you in the face, Telly, Donald Trump, the president, looked you in the face and basically said, no more racial discrimination.
White reparations.
Good morning, Ed. You're live with DT and Telly and Tony. What is your question or comment?
I have a comment. More like, I can't believe my ears at times and how we as people, as black people, are so divided.
Man!
And how our culture is so twisted in our thought process. And I grew up in Oakland, California, during the 60s and early 70s, during the Black Panther movement. And I seen how it was important for us to stand together for education, civil rights. And now we elect a man who's totally trying to get rid of all that. Who's taking his playbook just like Hitler. He won't do these mass, he won't get rid of all the Mexicans. Just like 1958 doing Eisenhower, the wetback movement. And a lot of people don't understand the history of how they use us against each other. And it's just sad. It breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart to see us so divided. And we just don't come on common ground to save our own folks, our youth. And it just breaks my heart. I'm a veteran, and my whole family's are veterans. And he's trying to wipe out veterans benefits. And we have black men and women who served and fought for this country, and we still don't see the sacrifice that we've made for our youth of our country now, and we believe in this rhetoric. This just don't help us. Because this man said he gave us a check because he wrote his name on the check. And I'm sorry, I might be rambling.
No, you're not. Keep talking, because I'm loving what you're saying, Ed, and it's so necessary. Because if I say, please keep talking, Ed. You got the mic.
Okay. The Republicans sent all these migrants up to New York, Chicago. They talk about the border. They talk about, they're giving away money. Well, that played in their favor. And a lot of black people didn't see it. Where you got upset, since when black folks got upset by migrants coming here to the United States? Until someone said they're taking funds from you. What, welfare money? You can't let people starve. So they had it in the bag where, see there, they're taking money from you. They're taking money from the black community. They're doing this, they're doing that. But how did these people get all the way up there? The Republican Party sent them on buses. So that's one tool to make you divided. They're taking national resources from us.
Well, Ed,
we wasn't even caring about who came across this country. We never had.
Never.
So now to this election, we care about who come across the border. They don't say nothing about all the Russians and Europeans that come here. Because Donald Trump, is Russian.
Ed,
nobody cares about that. She can barely speak English. But nobody cares about that.
That is so true.
That's my time. That's all.
I hate that we got to go to
break.
But
people don't understand our history. We don't have to study our history. We got to study and look at the politics of what they're trying to produce on both sides. Propaganda is something they produce every day, like how to sell to a black man. If they can write that kind of documentary, what do you think they can do with politics?
Ed, thank you so much for your call. I hate that we have to go to break because I just love what you're saying and so appreciate you and your vulnerability, because we need to see more black men and hear more black men, their vulnerability, because y'all are in a lot of pain, and rightfully so. So, Ed, thank you for your call. From my mouth to your ears, I hear you, I appreciate you, and I love you. I don't have to know you as a woman of faith to love you. And I'm so glad that we're putting more love on the airwaves right now, because Barry done got me started. He done got me out my character, Telly. We got to go to break. We come back. Jules, we see you. We're going to come straight to you. Our Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. We see you on the YouTube message board as well. Thank y'all so much for streaming and watching us live. This is the best morning show on planet Earth, because you deserve the best. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're getting close to awarding someone $10,000. It's the third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition, November 21st at Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Hosted by the Wisconsin Black Chamber. It's the last chance to qualify for the pitch finale in December. Be there at 5 p.m. to register to compete. Registration to pitch is only open for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want a chance to be a finalist and compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Let me say that again. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There is no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth. Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures, bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
Tired of having to decline food at a potluck where you don't know where the food came from?
Don't you let your cats on your kitchen counters?
Host your next holiday with Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, now booking holiday office and corporate parties, or perhaps a private chef for your intimate family holiday gathering, or add to your Thanksgiving meal. Pick up sides such as Southern-style cornbread dressing, candied yams, baked macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and more. And for desserts, peach cobbler and sweet potato pie. Connect on Facebook or Instagram, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, or call 414-216-3469.
We do have some delays southbound on 41 coming in from about Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive. Same thing for the southbound side of 43 as well. Eastbound 94 backing up from 92nd Street to about Hawley Road. Back on the brakes through the Stadium interchange. Westbound's going to be slow from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, turning mostly cloudy, breezy, evening rain with a high of 53. Tonight, rain likely, mild with a low of 48. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's a big week for Concordia University, Wisconsin College Scholarship Month on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. This week, we will highlight the many scholarship opportunities they offer students and tell you why your student should apply to attend Concordia. Remember, whether you are a high school student with big dreams or a full-time adult with a busy schedule, Concordia University, Wisconsin is here to help you reach your goals and so much more. For more information, visit cuw.edu.
You are tuned in to the best morning show on planet Earth. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, November the 13th. We got guest co-host Tony Smith in the building. We have a live poll going on right now on our YouTube message board. You can stream and watch all of us live on YouTube right now at 1017thetruth.com, or just simply go to youtube.com and search for 101.7 The Truth. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. So the poll basically asks, are we over talking about the election? What's the latest and greatest, Ricky? Well, we got like 56% saying yes, 48%, Evansville Public School. I can't even do math. Where are we at, Ricky, with that? What's the people want? We got to give the people what they want.
Because
54% is saying yes, 46% is saying no.
Okay, well, if they want us to keep talking about it, let's go to Jules. Jules, on our Truth Talking text line, you're live with DT, Telly, and Tony. What is your question or comment? Thank you for your patience.
Good morning. Thank you for taking my call. People can decide that they're done hearing and talking about the election, but let me tell you, the events and the activities and the plans for this incoming administration is going to force the issue back to the forefront. I just wanted to point out that about 2 months ago, the Fearless Fund, and I encourage folks to look that up, Fearless Fund, which is an Atlanta-based venture capital firm. It closed its grant programs for black women business owners after it was sued by a conservative activist group who won the lawsuit on the grounds that the fund discriminated against, get this, white men. They claim with a straight face in 2020 2022, women of color received just 0.39% of venture capital funding. They got that. 2 months ago, the Fearless Fund was stopped. So it was by the same individual who brought this lawsuit. It's the same person who was in a years-long crusade to end affirmative action in college admissions, which happened in June of 23. This has already resulted in an 8% drop in Black and African American enrollment. Trump-appointed judges put a stop to the Fearless Fund. Trump-appointed judges ended affirmative action in college admissions. I'm disappointed at so many of our failure to connect the dots. These people have a plan. I'm just discouraged, and I'm disappointed at our people's failure to connect the dots. Next up is pressure on corporate America companies to end DEI practices. We got to connect the dots so we can decide that we're done talking about it, but they ain't done with us, y'all. I just wanted to say that. Thank y'all.
Thank you for your call, and we appreciate that. And DT, I wanted to go back to our caller before the break because he hit on so many points that I wanted to touch on. And our last caller just said the same thing. Like a lot of times, and we can't say we didn't know or we didn't hear about it or we didn't tell you. And some of the things that were being put in place, just all the way down to Trump running on the border. Let's remember that they came up with a bipartisan bill to pretty much rectify the problem. And Trump told them, hey, don't accept that bill because I want to run on immigration. And so it was already being put in place. And therefore, it wasn't even about the people or the problem. It was about making sure your person was in power. Because if you wanted the border, if it was such a big deal and oh my gosh, this country is about to just go over the cliff because of immigrants, then why not fix the problem and then find something else to run on if that was the thing? But running on that and winning, and then now it's all we're about to fix it. It was already fixed. But you told them not to do it. So, again, these are all a part of the plans that were being laid in the groundwork where it's like, oh, all right, well, I guess that wasn't that big of a deal. Or, all right, that's just Trump being Trump. But clearly they had a plan and they executed it very well.
I hear you. And I have no rebuttal. Nothing you said was false. We got a bunch of our valued listeners on our Truth Talking text line. We're going to go to Al, and we come back. Brian, we see you. We appreciate your patience. We'll take your call after we hear from Al and go to break. Good morning, Al. You were live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
I feel like men are being very, very fragile, and it seems like women can't win. Yet a lot of men was raised by single mothers and grandmothers, because their daddy didn't want them. But now they got so much to say that what women can't do. But yet, when y'all need to be nursed to health and you want to die on somebody, you don't go to the white man. You go back to the woman. Yet, you're so fragile about her being in the position of power or things of that nature. Well, why y'all not screaming this about your daddies who left you on the curb then? Why are y'all not screaming that about when you need be nursed back to health? You ain't running to your daddy because your daddy didn't want you, but you're mad about women being in positions of power. Y'all are very fragile, but this is where it gets rich. When the white man talk about you like you're swine and something floating in the toilet, y'all don't got all that mouth. But amazingly, when it comes to the power of black women, now you're big and bad. That's why y'all getting disrespected today, because the black woman will go out there and fight before the man. Because the black woman was always the lioness. And when you look at history, they was using the black woman to nurse his white babies. But yet, these men today say, well, women can't be in position of power. What you think about that? And I'll hang up and listen.
Wow. Well, here's the thing, Al. I'm going to respond, and hopefully we can hear from both Tony and Telly. We got Brian on the line. We got to take a break. So when we come back, we're going to get into that. Because, I mean, it is a valid question in terms of where we are as a community and how we view and accept leadership. But I do know that the cards dealt against black men systemically and intentionally to perpetuate that divisiveness is very relevant, especially in predominantly white work environments. You're seeing constantly now black women getting promoted. Not saying that we don't deserve it, but again, if you've got a group of people that are already being discriminated against, let me pause right there because I can go on and on. We got to take a break, y'all. We got to take a break. This is the best show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. Brian, we're going to come straight to you after the break. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholars get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we will be highlighting local universities who offer full tuition scholarships and local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune into 1017 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Concordia University, Wisconsin.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
At Concordia University, Wisconsin, your future is more than a degree. It's an opportunity to lead and serve. With over 90 degrees, small class sizes, and a supportive Christian community, we prepare you to have a vocation with purpose, both in your career and in life. Whether you're a high schooler with big dreams or a full-time adult with a busy schedule, Concordia is here to help you reach your goals. Concordia University, Wisconsin. Live uncommon.
Registration is now open for Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Microsoft Certification Course. Classes start Monday, November 11th, 2024 through Friday, January 10th, 2025. Join them Mondays and Wednesdays from 9:30 to 11:30 with practice times available on Fridays from 9:30 to 11:30. Earn your Microsoft certificate in PowerPoint, Word, and Excel, all with an in-person instructor. Work at your own pace and add new skills to your resume. For more information, visit tmul.org. Hurry, space is limited.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I keep asking why LL didn't run for president. The map would have looked a whole lot more blue if LL Cool J would have been the Democratic president. All right, y'all. Good morning. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Brian, we're going to go straight to you. We've been talking about the election. How are you feeling, Brian? Thank you for holding. You're live with DT, Telly, and Tony. What is your question or comment?
Good morning. Love your show. Yeah, probably because LL Cool J probably a Republican. A black Republican.
Here we go. Here we go. I'll let you have that, Brian. I know. I'll let you have it. I look at Telly. Y'all go to YouTube, look at Telly's face. Damn.
I guarantee you ain't no Democrat. But,
Brian, tell me you're a Republican without telling me you're a Republican.
Oh, well. But, yeah, I normally don't comment on what Al says because I just look at him for entertainment purposes, but I just want to state some facts on his comment. I think that he's right about weak men having to go back to mama when things don't go right for them. But as far as women getting high positions, black men, real black men, really don't have a problem with that as long as the black woman is sleeping black. Black women, I'm just going to lay it on the line like this. Black folks, black men do not like taking orders from a black woman that sleeps with a white man or is married to a white man. We don't trust her in that fashion. Mm-hmm. Maybe Pisces black men don't care, but normal black men do not.
My son's a Pisces.
We just feel a certain way. We just feel a certain way about that. We just feel a certain way about that.
My son's a Pisces, Brian. Why were you coming for the Pisces for?
Gemini people all over the place. So there's no problem. There's no problem with that.
Coming from someone who listens to the stars alignment. Okay, I got you. Look up at the stars. Tell me what you're thinking today.
If everybody went by astrological, if everybody used astrological more, you would have less problems with how people interact and divide between people. If you just get with the
everybody go by
astrological sign that you're compatible with. Sometimes it'll make it a lot easier, but life ain't supposed to be easy.
Let me look in the stars. Hold on.
Life is not supposed to be easy. But I was going to say,
to invest
what black folks don't have to start doing. What black folks don't have to start doing, if the government is going to defund all those feel-good programs we used to, rich black folks with money going to have to start funding their own community.
I'm disowning all my Pisces friends out there. Anybody's a Pisces in my
What about Robert? I don't know. Well, I think we need to hit up Robert Smith, the billionaire, or David Stewart, the 12 billionaire. We need to hit them folks up. That's what we need to do.
Hit them up and do what? What do you mean when you say hit them up? Ask them for money or
check what their sign is first.
So they make a whole bunch of money just to give it away to everybody, huh?
They got more money. They'll never miss that money. Never.
Now, I do agree
with
Brian on that. I do agree with Brian on that.
They'll never miss it. If they can give millions of dollars to Spelman graduates that don't need it, they can give it to poor folks in the inner cities that need it.
Wait a minute, Brian. How do you know Spelman graduates don't? How much it costs to go to Spelman? They need it.
I mean, not Spelman. Morehouse graduates. Yeah, well, they got enough money to give it to all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Brian, you're all over the place right now. I mean, you're everywhere.
No, not me. I ain't no Gemini. Thank God. I just see things as they are.
Sounding like
I see the truth. I see the truth, and I see how to solve certain problems. You know, you can make it. Everybody's making stuff too complicated. If people do the right thing, things will be a lot easier.
Okay. Well, we hear you. Thank you so much, Brian, as always, for your call and listening.
Who supplied Brian this morning?
We're going to go to Mr. Wright. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Thank you for your patience.
Get your money back, Brian.
You are live with DT, Telly, and Tony. What is your question or comment?
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing again this morning? How y'all doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning. I just had a question, I guess. I was speaking with one of my family members, and you know, I'm truly over politics too. But we got into a topic about politics, and he said, like, man, who wouldn't vote against their mama? So my question is to all the black men: if it was your mama running in office, would you still feel the same way about voting for that woman? Because if it was my mama, I'm putting her in. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to know how they feel about that. If it was their mama running in office, would they still vote the same way?
Well, Mr. Wright, we're going to answer that question. You're going to hear from Telly and Tony. We got to take a break. So hold that thought, Mr. Wright. And also, Marlon, we see you. We'll come to you when we come back. Truth Nation's on fire this morning. I'm here for all of it. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We will be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. To sign up for your business's chance to win $6,000 of commercial campaign marketing on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Your willingness to share your stories with our community has helped make the Tori Lowe Show a 2-time first-place Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Award winner.
Hey, I'm tapping in from the Milwaukee County Jail. Yeah, man, they treating us real bad up in here, man. I mean, they had us sleeping in feces and urine. They took the batteries from us, told us there wasn't no batteries in stock. I ain't never heard that in my life.
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask Delicia about Enrich.
What's going on, Truth Nation and all the Juicy Jammers tapping in? Yes, it is your boy Benjamin, and y'all already know how we rockin'. Make sure that you do open up your ears, because right now you about to listen to a snippet from our lovely guest that we had on Election Day, the Kamala Harris. Tap in. Can Jam with Juice come to the White House and get some of those good collard greens that you have?
You know, that's the one thing I have to tell you through this campaign. I have not been cooking, and you know I love to cook, and I will put my collard greens up against anybody.
Wow. Madam VP, I heard you got some good dressing too, but I just wanted to tell you, my auntie, y'all gonna have to compete. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta compete.
I'm up for the challenge. I am up for the challenge.
Now that you've been listening to that, Truth Nation and all the Juicy Jammers listening, make sure that you go check out the full interview live on our YouTube page. It's all there. All right, and as I always say, it's amazing.
Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's the second hour of the best morning show on planet Earth. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. We appreciate you tuning in and hope you are having a great week so far. Now, we are going to talk about Donald J. Trump, President-elect, potential Attorney General. Speaking of the dynamics right now between black men and black women, because we've been talking about And our previous caller, Mr. Wright, asked a question to both Telly and Tony about, hey, if it had been your mother on the ticket, on the ballot, would there have even been any questions or reservations of who you were voting for? And we've got a lot of calls and we've had a lot of dialogue about we as a community and the current state of black excellence between men and women. And there's an interesting story that we're going to talk about after we hear from Tony and Telly. And then, Marlon, we're going to go to you. Do you want to go to Marlon first? It's up to y'all. This is live radio.
Let's go to Marlon.
All right. Marlon, thank you so much for your patience. You were live with DT, Telly, and Tony. What is your question or comment?
Good morning. So you were talking about black men and black women in the workplace. I think there's something that we have to talk about. There's not many black men in corporate America like there used to be. Why is that? Because we're always telling black men to go into the trades and go do this and go do that and work with your hands. So I work in an office building, and in my office building, I'm the only black man in my office building. Now I work at Waukesha as well, but still, there's other black men in my field, but not as many as there should be. It is dominated by women, and there are a lot of black women who work in my field. But I think that's part of the reason why we have it. And again, like I said before, misogyny is real, so it doesn't matter. You will vote for your mom, but your wife or your sister, if they're trying to tell you what to do, I think black men, misogyny is real in the black community, and we have to come to grips and understand that and be honest about that. I think a lot of people aren't being honest. A lot of men aren't being honest about their misogyny. They're saying this, they're saying that, but when you talk to them and deep down, you hear the misogyny. So that's what I think. And I'm over politics. Donald Trump won. Hopefully, I'm hoping that he does everything that he said he's going to do, because I don't want America to fail ever. But, it's just at the point where I'm done even talking about it. I'm just kind of worn out from it.
All right. Well, Marlon, thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Reactions?
Yeah, I think that I honestly look at in every moment it's a teachable moment, and we learned a lot about how people still really feel, especially men. Me personally, I don't. People are like, oh, man, I don't want some, black woman that sleeps with a white guy to tell me what to do. First off, when did the president start telling you what to do on a daily basis, number one? Right. Number two, who she sleeps with really doesn't matter or should impact her decision making.
Yeah, she's married.
So, and that, to me, I think that's kind of that's really weak and kind of a cop out, because when you look at a male leader, you don't first off say, well, I wonder who he's sleeping with. And this person may be in, whatever lifestyle he may be in and do whatever. But we don't think about that. But if it's a black woman is, well, she got that white dude, he's probably going to be telling her what to do, and then they're going to be telling us what to do. Like,
you really telling a black woman
weak.
About sleeping with a white person?
Like, to me,
really?
Like, that's my reaction. I think that's still weak, but we really did find out how a lot of men still feel when it comes to women being in power.
Yeah, obviously we know that there's still some of that mindset going on about men feeling some kind of way about women being their boss or being over them, right, in a work environment, which to me it's obviously weak. In order to feel that way, have you not been around intelligent, woman who's able to lead and not seen her lead? Have you not seen it? Like, I don't even get that mentality. Yeah, because there's a lot of cases where the men are better than the men in certain situations. I've been in areas like
the women are better than men.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm like, because nothing. There's one thing, and I hate when people try to bring like sports into it, because that's a physical thing. Like, Telly and I are stronger than DT. That's just what it is, right? If we're trying to lift weights, who can lift the most weights? All right, me and Telly, right? But if we're talking about intellect, that has nothing to do with anything. That's not gender specific, in other words. So people who try to say, oh yeah, she can't be a leader, I don't feel good about her leading. It's just misguided, in my opinion. I don't even really understand where it comes from. But it's baffling to me. You're just weak.
Exposure.
And right,
it's exposure. And you know what? Here's the thing. I get why there are a number of black men who resent black women. I've had to come to the understanding of, when you ask, I don't know where it comes from. That's a great question, Tony, that I asked myself, and I've had a lot of conversations with black men who are in my personal network, as well as even with my son. And it has everything to do with the experiences. So like you, when you look at how you were brought up around black aunties, your mother, etc., and maybe somebody, that's, you know what, that's like a whole truth summit that we should have. You know, we've had all these truth summits about politics and the election, which I find interesting because a lot of us that want to have these summits and conversations, like I respect the barbershop summits where you have black men and talk about, we're at a point now where I'm hoping that we can collectively convene and have a conversation. When I say we, black men and black women, it's going to take a very special group of moderators and facilitators, but I'm hoping we get to that point one day because I really think it's time that we start having collective conversations about the state of black men and black women in terms of how, I mean, even in relationships, romantic relationships. So with that, speaking of black men and black women, Republican lawyer Mike Davis, who is an advisor for President-elect Donald Trump, who has also been talked about being the potential Attorney General for the United States of America. And I want to repeat that again. Before we play this audio, and I'm going to say it slow for the people in the back and loud. This is a prospective Attorney General for this country who basically would oversee the Department of Justice and any type of justice reform, law enforcement. He will be potentially the Attorney General. Now, he recently on a podcast, and this is one of the podcasts that Barry White, you should tune into. It's a very right-wing podcast that allows people to talk about black women. You should tune into that. Took aim at New York Attorney General Letitia James, who sued President-elect Donald Trump for committing business fraud and won a $454 million civil judgment against him and the Trump organization. Now, listen, y'all, check this Mike Davis out, who could potentially be the U.S. Attorney General, talking about New York Attorney General Letitia James, who is a black woman.
Let me just say this to Big Tish James, the New York Attorney General. I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term, because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat in prison for conspiracy against rights, and I promise you that. So think long and hard before you want to violate President Trump's constitutional rights or any other American's constitutional rights. It's not going to happen again.
We've been warning people on the show,
now,
Mike.
Let me just say this as a black woman, and then I will pass the mic to you, Telly and Tony. And we definitely want to get your reactions. Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it very simply. Don't let the Trump administration get your... Don't think that Mike Davis, because see, this is where it's going to get problematic. And every time I go to an airport and I fly and I'm in business class or first class, I'm like, don't let Trump get you in trouble. Because when you hear someone who could be the Attorney General for this country talking about a black woman who actually is a colleague, she's the district attorney, or excuse me, the New York Attorney General. And this is how you describe her: fat, boop, and called her sweetheart.
Yeah.
Do not let the Trump administration, what's it, Telly? What's the correct way to say on the radio? Mess around and find out?
Oh, your boy from Pennsylvania. He said F around and find out.
I know. I've had the honor of meeting Letitia James. She is not one to mess with. Sweetest woman ever. But she is not the one. I have broken bread with her. She is a lovely person. I don't have to say that. But my thing is the fact that an attorney general, potential attorney general, felt comfortable and confident to talk about the New York Attorney General.
He's following his daddy Trump's playbook.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how Trump talks.
Don't let Trump get you.
And this is,
I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, and this is exactly what happens. The dangers of normalizing some of the rhetoric and things of, oh, that's just Trump being Trump, and at least he's showing us who he really is. But you got to know that this type of language being used can't be good in the long term, because you have other people that are going to come behind him that's going to talk just like that. And guess what's going to happen to him? Absolutely nothing.
I guess my question for you, Telly and Tony, is, and this is a rhetorical question, I'm not asking this in a defensive way, where are all the black men, like the Michael Eric Dysons and the Roland Martins and the Ben? I'm asking, where are these men not having press conferences saying, we will not allow you to come? Because, can I ruffle some feathers? When Madam Vice President was on the ticket, all three of them brothers was on the truth, talking about, we support Kamala Harris and we endorse her. You got a whole, obviously, white supremacist man talking about a black woman who is the New York Attorney General, calling her sweetheart and fat. Boop. I'm just waiting on the brothers. Where y'all at? Where's the Michael Eric Dysons? And if they've already spoken out about this, just let me know. But where are y'all at?
Basically threatening her.
Yeah.
Yes!
I'm gonna pull a detail. I'm gonna sip my coffee on this one, because you are so right.
Because
it's okay. It's convenient to be out in the front when it's something good, but okay, then when it's something like this come up, where are you?
Ricky, can we get
the support?
Can we get the crickets? Yeah. Michael Eric Dyson, Attorney Ben Crump. Who else? Roland Martin. All have been on this station endorsing Madam Vice President, but I haven't heard anything about this sister right here, who happens to be also an attorney general for one of the largest states in this country, New York. Good morning, Jay. Thank you for your patience. You are live with DT and Telly and Tony. What is your question or comment?
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing today?
Great.
Yeah, it seems like the food's just coming out, because it's sad that, he's trying to say what he got to say, but, every time Trump get in the White House, it's always this. People got to be so emboldened and do what they have to do. I thought about that white lady, the white family, who, they had a Mexican neighbor, and because they voted for Trump, they had them deported. They called ICE on them. And then the other one where, same situation where you got a white family. Now all this time when the kids are playing with the white kids, they can't play with them no more. So I'm like, all this is just showing how the rest of the country gonna act. But as you said, DT, that don't let him put you in a situation where you get your behind kicked like you was getting ready to say. And like I said, I'm always going to say this. That's the butt-naked truth. And they know they're as wrong, and they're as wrong as the day long when they do stuff like that. Y'all have a blessed day, and you take care, okay?
You too, Jay. God bless you back. Thank you for your call. And, it was funny because a couple of weeks ago, I had shared the story, Tony and Telly. Telly remembers, you weren't here that day, about how I had sat in the wrong seat on a flight. And it was in first class, business class. Guy walks up, you're in my seat. Now, he's probably thinking, just based on his tone, that I just was like, oh, I wonder what it's like to sit in first class. I'm just going to randomly select this seat, and I'm going to just take my poor black female butt back in the back, sweetheart, because I'm a Aunt Jemima, big black woman who ain't got no business sitting up in first class. Telly, and we got to play the audio. We can't. I said, first of all, good morning. That's how you address a human being. And I said, you're right. I am in the wrong seat. Guess what seat it was, Tony?
What?
You should have saw his face, y'all. And the flight attendant that was, the flight attendant that came up to me afterwards and said, I love you. White gentleman. He was like, I love you. Guess what? He was so assuming that I was sitting in the back. I said, you're right. My bad. I'm not in 1B, I'm in 1D. And he had to sit and look at me the entire flight. And when I tell you, he put his headphones on and took his iPad out or his tablet and just looked down, wouldn't even look at me. Oh, you learned today, didn't you? You learned today, didn't you? He looked, I'm telling you, it was priceless.
Haters everywhere.
But I am telling y'all right now, PSA, for anyone who is listening that is a white supremacist, do not let Trump get you in a situation where you're going to find out. Moriam says, DT, they have no power. That is why we are not respected. We do not defend our community and our people. Not really a city girl on our YouTube message board. Can you believe that he sent such a message to a professional black woman like that? Exactly. And it's not even, to me, not really a city girl about whether or not she was professional. It's the whole fact that I'm waiting for Michael Eric Dyson, Ben Crump, Roland Martin. Who else am I from? Where y'all at? Because y'all was literally in this studio.
Yeah.
And I have
the entire legal community shouldn't be putting up with that.
Entire.
Everybody, because imagine someone said that to them, oh, he'd be up. Now he's going to what? You going to prosecute him for talking bad to you? I mean, that you're just setting a precedent that, oh, we could just talk any kind of way to each other.
Exactly.
Let's go. Let's free for all.
Brothers, I am asking y'all right now to speak up because we are sending the message that, yep, that's how we talk to him too. So go right ahead. And as much as I appreciate, and I see you, Ricky, I'm going to break. As much as I appreciate, who is this? Ronnie, who said, Denise, there's nothing wrong with being professional. Don't let those of us who are lacking and not trying to better themselves steal your joy and energy. Salute, Queen. Love you. I love you too, Ronnie. I'm human. Some days y'all catch me on the wrong day. But I'm asking brothers like you, Ronnie, whether you're white, black, brown, yellow, you wonder why there's so much divisiveness. We need y'all to take up for us in public. Because as long as you're silent, they're going to be like, yep. They don't. Every time I play a hip-hop song, they're calling their women B's and H's. So why should I respect? Can you imagine the confidence that it took for him to call a New York Attorney General sweetheart and a fat boop?
He probably didn't even think twice about it.
At all. But that's okay, Mike Davis. Catch me outside.
That's how they talk.
We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth's Sherwin Hughes, and I am Milwaukee. This show has meant so much to me because it's an opportunity for me to express my thoughts and my feelings to my community, and for my community to express those same thoughts and feelings right back to me. Milwaukee means a lot to me. I was born here, raised here, educated here, and I'm committed to making this a better city. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee, Black Talk.
Coming with straight truth.
The majority of rich white families and rich white people got rich off of slavery and have that same money today in their families that they hand down. It's not that we don't want to work. We weren't able to start businesses back in the day. So when you are able to start a business and we can't, and your family business goes from generation to generation and ours doesn't, whose fault is that?
Listen to Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
This is 1017 The Truth's Sherwin Hughes, and I am Milwaukee. This show has meant so much to me because it's an opportunity for me to express my thoughts and my feelings to my community, and for my community to express those same thoughts and feelings right back to me. Milwaukee means a lot to me. I was born here, raised here, educated here, and I'm committed to making this a better city. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee, Black Talk.
Sybaris Pool Suites. Romantic, luxurious, affordable. A place where romance touches paradise and the memories of a lifetime are made. Sybaris offers a variety of room styles, including the exquisite Chalet Suite, which spans 3 levels and features your own private swimming pool with cascading waterfall, soothing whirlpool tub, a cozy fireplace, and much more to make your stay unforgettable. They are located in Mequon, just north of Milwaukee. Take a virtual tour at Sybaris.com.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Tori Lowe, and I am Milwaukee. The Tori Lowe Show has become a resource for the community. I enjoy having open, on-air discussions about what we can do to regroup, rethink the black man, the black woman, and the black child. This show is about that action, and I want all the smoke. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the new 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Tired of having to decline food at a potluck where you don't know where the food came from?
Don't you let your cats on your kitchen counters?
Host your next holiday with Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, now booking holiday office and corporate parties, or perhaps a private chef for your intimate family holiday gathering, or add to your Thanksgiving meal. Pick up sides such as Southern-style cornbread dressing, candied yams, baked macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and more. And for desserts, peach cobbler and sweet potato pie. Connect on Facebook or Instagram, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, or call 414-216-3469.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as 1 business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
I'm not sure of what I see. You don't with me. Are you telling me to say the same? She's looking.
Oh, Justin. I've been struggling with my JT. You know he's supposed to be at Vice Reform October 28th, and he had to cancel.
He rescheduled.
He said he has bronchitis.
Hey, Snoop is on everything. Dude.
Man, I want to be Snoop for a week.
Is on everything.
Can I be Snoop Dogg for a week?
He's on Fortnite. I play Fortnite with my nephews and some other dudes, and Snoop is on Fortnite. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They got a place called the Dog Pound on there.
I love Snoop. I love him winning. Remember the movie Old School? With Will? And remember when Snoop was
like, hey, man.
Snoopity-doo, we're going streaking. Let's go, Snoopity-loopity-doo.
Snoop was looking at him like,
Bishop Don Juan was... You know what? I'm going to watch that movie tonight. That is my movie. If y'all have not seen the movie Old School, it stars Jeremy Piven, Will Ferrell. Snoop Dogg has a special appearance.
It's
got Bishop Don. Bishop Don Juan was like, holding
like, hey man, but they ain't want to touch him because he have his shirt on. So they're like,
he was naked.
Right there.
He was like, Snoop, we're going streaking.
Like, hey man,
that is my movie.
But you, DT, we talk about. You have said it so many times, like, man, it just costs to go outside, but. Snoop is the type of person wake up and just make money.
Man.
Like, before he eats cereal, like it's like, he check his phone. I made another $100,000 a day because they use his voice, they use his image. Like,
he's everywhere. He's on The Voice.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't think of.
I love him on that Corona commercial where you're sitting with that white dude who'd be trying to rap.
Yeah,
the white dude says, "I shouldn't have rapped."
Yeah,
Snoop is winning.
Yes.
Can you imagine being his wife right now? She's like, it's about time. He was out here doing porn and death row. He did.
What?
Yes.
Come on.
Google it.
I'd rather not know that. Thank you.
I know.
I'm trying to forget you said that right now. Hold on.
Do you remember that? Ricky, can somebody help me?
Who's got the Men in Black pen? That's my brain. I want to zap the last 5 minutes away.
You're right.
Please.
Snoop has evolved like no other. And I just want to be like I would report to whoever reports to Snoop. Like, seriously, I would be like, hey, can I be your assistant?
But to me, Snoop seems like the type of person that either has had the same assistant his entire career or don't even have one. Be like, hey, man, just talk to my wife, man. Talk to Shantae. Y'all want me to come?
You know what?
I saw Snoop at there was a golf tournament in Arizona, Waste Management. Telly probably knows.
Yeah.
But they have a concert every year too. They have this thing called the Bird Nest. It's out big tent. It's a concert venue. Snoop was there one year, and man, this dude was up on stage, nothing but smoking the whole show. Everybody up there smoking. He's got 2 stripper poles, and there's girls on the pole the whole show. That's why he's doing the show.
Here's the thing, Tony, if you would have told me that story 5 years ago, I might have reacted this way. But based on the outcome of the election, nothing shocks me anymore. Like, you can literally say, Denise, there's a green Martian that just walked inside 3rd Street Market Hall with a linen suit and a Corona in there. I'd be like, it's Wednesday.
Like, did he have a MAGA hat on?
We are currently living in a world where nothing shocks us. Like, seriously, is there anything that would shock you right now? Like any headline you would read that you'd be like, oh, think about it. We have literally... Let's just start with this year. The Diddy, the baby oil.
No, you got to go back. You said we're going to start with just this year. It was the Cat Williams interview that kicked off everything.
There is nothing you can say or put in front of my eyes where I'm going to be like, oh, because we didn't went through it all this year. Matter of fact, since we're on the subject of how was it that during the whole 60 days leading up to the general election, all the polls, and I mean all of them, it's neck to neck. It's neck to neck between Madam Vice President and former President John. It's neck to neck. It's 58-48. It's 48-46. And then the day of the election, again, that map looked like a Kool-Aid red.
The poll wasn't polling right. I don't know what happened there.
Like my grandma used to say, something in the milk ain't clean.
Yeah.
What had happened was,
see, America,
but here's the thing.
Y'all be lying.
We talked about it. Like that didn't match up, but no one's going to say anything about it. No one's going to.
They're probably doing it on purpose. Probably putting y'all to sleep. Like, oh yeah, I voted for Trump, but I'm gonna come out and say I voted for Harris.
Well.
I'm gonna throw the polls off.
No, for real, y'all.
Purposely.
Truth Nation, our Truth Talking text line is 833-212-1017. I'm still trying to understand how literally every day Telly and I would report that the race was neck and neck. We did it, Joe. Thank you. Kamala. It's 7:15.
There was groups of white dudes for Kamala.
White dudes for Kamala.
Remember that? Yeah.
Black people for $300 million in 1 week. And then there was
then it's like you don't even.
I mean, seriously, if you look at the national electoral map, it's like Kool-Aid red with a little sprinkle of blue, what are the things you put on top of cupcakes?
The
sprinkles.
Man, I'm telling you.
Seriously, help me understand that.
Like, my mom was never a sports person, but if I was doing something and it was a blowout, my mom, first thing she'll say is, they ain't even show up, did they? And that's what I can hear her saying right now after the election. Like, I thought it was 51-49. I thought it was
every day
49-48. I thought it was this.
No, we got
and they didn't even show up.
We got 4.6% of undecided voters, but it is neck to neck. It is neck to neck. It is neck. I remember exactly where I was when I called my father. I said, it's over. He was like, no, baby girl. I think she gonna win. I said, Dad, I'm a Bears fan.
What was that, at 5:02 in the evening? And right when the polls opened?
I said, Dad, I'm a Bears fan. I know what losing. Very well acquainted with losing.
I know how I feel. I know when it's coming. I know when it's around the corner. I know
what it smells like.
I know what it sounds.
I said, look, the Bears fans, that's how we are. We win 3 games in the first. We going to the Super Bowl. All the Bears fans this season, yeah. Now. I told you. By the way, if anybody wants to buy the tickets to the Bears-Packers game this Sunday, I do have them. But yeah, just help me understand. Black Conscious, can you help Telly and I and Tony understand how was it neck to neck to the day? Would you say 502? And then the map was just red.
It did just boom. Just start bleeding.
You're live with DT and Telly at Black Conscious. What's your comment or question? And Tony, my bad.
Okay. First of all, that first win, we were screaming Super Bowl after the first quarter we won.
That's what's wrong with us. We get so excited.
We thought we was going to the Super Bowl after we won the first quarter on his first touchdown. So let's get it right on the Bears Nation. Go Bears.
Bear down. Look.
Hey,
Bear all the way down.
Hold on.
It was unnecessary.
The other bamboozle was they told us she won Iowa. She's leading Iowa.
They sure did.
Everything is going to be all right. Now, I got to go into this work site, so here's what the truth is. Russia, Russia, Russia. Peace, y'all.
Well, there you have it. The caller, good morning. You're live with DT, Telly, and Tony. Can you help us understand how it was neck to neck, neck to neck? Campaign concerts everywhere. Man, did you see
Boom, got them doors blown out soon as 502 hit.
The caller.
Well, polls are always wrong. They were just more wrong this time. And I wish there were a poll that could talk about how unless Walter Payton is unfrozen and brought back to life, that the Bears will always suck.
You ain't lying.
I don't
think he froze, though, the caller.
No, he's saying unfreeze him. I get it. Wherever he is, I'm with the caller. Look, man, Bears people are talking, Telly. Just be quiet. Go ahead, the caller. Express yourself.
If you live in Wisconsin and are a Bears fan, you live close enough. You know how, Telly, at the end of church, the pastor goes up and says, the doors to the church. Well, I'll say the doors to Packer Nation are open. Denise, won't you come?
Won't you come?
So I'm glad that we can laugh, but I think when it comes to Vice President Harris, she's going to be fine as an individual. She did the best that she could do with the time she had and the situation she had. America has just said yes to a king like the Israelites did, when they were free from Pharaoh, and then, they wound up, I think it's Saul 1:8, they begged for a king. So you got your king, and let's see how that works out for, some of the people we know he don't care about that voted for him. And I'm just going to watch it play out because the caller like Vice President Harris and Denise and Telly, we're going to be all right.
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to understand.
Didn't Kendrick say it?
Yeah,
he sure did.
I'm just trying to understand from both Telly and Tony. We will. Thank you, the caller. Again, I'm trying to understand from both of y'all. God bless you, too. Truth Nation, Telly, Tony, how was it that leading literally up to the day before? It's neck and neck. It's neck and neck. All kind of polls. It's neck.
But don't you dare say it was rigged. Don't you dare say that. Now, they can say it. They can say it all day.
Well, Republicans would have been screaming. If the polls were close, then he lost by a landslide. Oh, they'd have been hot.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of 2020 when they were like, there's no way I could have lost. I was leading everything.
Well, when we come back from break, we're going to hear from Ron from the South Side. Ron, give us your patience, brother. We're going to take your call as soon as we get back because I'm just trying to understand how it was neck and neck and neck and neck and neck and neck and neck. And then on the day of the election, the national electoral map,
boom goes the dynamite.
It looked like a Kool-Aid commercial. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're getting close to awarding someone $10,000. It's the third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition, November 21st at Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. hosted by the Wisconsin Black Chamber. It's the last chance to qualify for the pitch finale in December. Be there at 5 p.m. to register to compete. Registration to pitch is only open for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want a chance to be a finalist and compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Let me say that again. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There is no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 101.7 The Truth.
Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures. Bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Well, we do have some backups around the area. Eastbound 94, that earlier disabled vehicle right about at 84th Street has been cleared. Still going to see some delays heading through the stadium. On the westbound side, backing up right through the stadium interchange as well. We do have a crash on northbound 41 heading through the zoo interchange on the left shoulder there. And then we've got another issue on 894 eastbound coming out of the Hale interchange. Looks like we've got a broken down semi that is blocking the right lane. So that's going to be backing things up through the Hale interchange onto the Rock. So be careful with that. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, turning mostly cloudy, breezy evening rain with a high of 53. Tonight, rain likely, mild with a low of 48. For the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Lee Hughes.
Nope. Do you read? Do you read?
At Old National Bank, they know there's nothing small about keeping up a small business. That's why they've developed their empowerment loan program to help give people of color and women-owned businesses equal access to funds up to $5 million. This substantial commitment shows that Old National Bank truly believes that every small business deserves the opportunity to change their community in a big way. Learn more today by visiting oldnational.com/empowerment loan. Old National Bank, get old. All loans are subject to credit approval. Minimum loan amount, $25,000. Additional program qualifications or restrictions may apply. For full details, contact an Old National small business banker. We are back, and I am checking out because I can't stand Telly Hughes. If y'all could only hear. Tony, can you have my back on this? Is he not a fool when we on break?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He be acting up. He be acting up.
Ron from the South Side, you are live with DT. No, actually, you're live with Telly and Tony because I'm out. What's your question or comment?
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. The question of, how it was so red after just a few minutes of the polls being quote unquote polls. I remember talking to Brother Sharon the other day, and I said, walk with me a little bit. You got Elon Musk, who just popped up in Donald Trump's world. They're not buddies, they're not friends. All of a sudden, he popped up. He's a SpaceX guy. He's a computer guy. He got cars driving themselves. He got, people, dogs looking like people. He's that guy, right? Then you got Putin and Elon talking to each other weeks before the election came up. Putin and Russia has interfered with our elections, proven by the FBI and the CIA. Those two connect to each other. Then you got the buffoon Donald Trump, who is saying that, it was stolen and all that other stuff. I don't understand how people ain't really connecting that dot. I know it sounds like science fiction. I hope this is not going to drop the ratings, but I'm just looking like Elon and Russia and then Donald Trump and then Kamala Harris is not even getting the battleground states to even turn a little purple. I mean, that bright red, like the Kool-Aid man, like you said, it doesn't make no sense to me. And I know the Democrats don't want to say, stop the steal or the rigged election or stuff, but I'm saying it right now. I'm fast forwarding to 3 years, but we're going to find out later that something was amiss there. And it just doesn't make no sense that she was down. She's only had less than 70-something electoral.
Nobody's saying that. That's the thing.
Nobody's saying that.
Donald Trump was already damn near 190-something already, and I'm looking like this is. I was just sitting in the living room like, okay, there's something wrong here.
Absolutely.
No battleground. She was in Wisconsin so much, I thought I saw her at Walmart the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did not miss a battleground state. All the people, man, come on. I know I sound like a crazy man, but I'm just saying.
No, you don't.
Nobody's looking at the possibility. Iran, Russia. Come on, bro.
Hey, man.
So, Ron, check this out.
Thanks for taking the call, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. So check this out, Ron, from Southside. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer yesterday, I don't know if you watched it, but you got to go back and look at it. We tried to get the video, but we couldn't find it, but I do have the highlights. So Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Now, if y'all listen to the show, I refer to him as the Don Juan of the Democratic Party. Him and Nancy Pelosi, former Speaker of the House, most powerful Democrats in the Democratic Party. That is a fact. I'm trying to understand, as he addressed the Democratic Party yesterday on Capitol Hill, on the floor, live. And by the way, Chuck, hold on, let me put some respect because I don't want no problems. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Number one, as a communication coach, you already lost me because he was just reading. And like Brother Cat Williams said, anybody can read. If you can read, you can read. Now, any other time, he didn't have any script. Remember on the DNC, he came out there?
Oh, yeah.
Step, side to side, down and brown, dip it low. Let's go, Chuck. And so this is what he said yesterday. I'm giving y'all the Cliff Notes. We have to look at what we did right and continue to pursue those goals. This is what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who was about to be Senate Minority Leader effective January. And then he proceeds to say, but Democrats also have to understand the things that we did wrong and how we must change. You think?
Yeah.
Tell me something that I don't know. Like, you're the majority leader of the Democratic Party, and you start up with, we're going to have to think about things that we need to do differently. What's the saying that we used to say in 5th grade? Duh.
Hey, Captain Obvious, is there anything else that y'all thought about since losing? Bad.
What you say, Telly, Captain Obvious? Then he goes on to say, we must be honest, we must be practical, and we must never abandon the roots that define the Democratic Party for generations. And that, my brothers and sisters, is the root cause right now. Just Truth Nation, quick question for you, Tony and Telly and Truth Nation. What's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing, expecting different results.
Brother Chuck, you just said we must never abandon the roots that define the Democratic Party for generations. That is exactly why that map looked like a Kool-Aid commercial.
We must never abandon what's making us ineffective.
Yeah.
So, if y'all have not seen this video, again, just because we're trying to find the video too, because I wanted y'all to hear it from his mouth and not mine. But that basically were the two things that he led with. And I turned the channel. I sent a screenshot to Telly, Ricky, and our director of content, Kyle Wallace, yesterday, because I was actually trying to be optimistic. And then, see, that's the thing.
They should play that clip where he says that for when anybody goes in front of Congress talking about term limits. That right there will tell you. Yeah, you doing this stuff. You too old, man.
Sit down.
Get out of here.
And then he goes on to say, on the flip side, because there were, this was actually a good thing for me. There were 2 black women that became U.S. senators, Maryland and Delaware. So shout out to Maryland and Delaware for voting for black women to be U.S. senators. With that being said, Chuck goes on to say, it's a testament to the incredible work Senate Democrats have done in this chamber. Did you not see the map?
Yeah.
Did you not see the map, Chuck? She raised $300 million. The polls, okay, can I just go ahead and just keep it real? Democratic Party, have a seat. I'm like,
you got to do something.
Y'all with the Bears. Fire, sell the team.
Yeah.
Fire the front office. Get rid of all the players and just start from scratch. Democratic Party, get rid of all them.
Yeah.
Because for Chuck Schumer, the leader, the Senate Majority Leader, and the most powerful, along with Nancy Pelosi, Democratic person, said that we must never abandon the roots that define the Democratic Party for generations?
Well,
What?
And DT, this may seem very simple, but they're going to have to, at the very least, start off by renaming it or saying the new Democratic Party in 2028 or something, because if you come with this same thing, I think you're going to lose even more registered Democrats.
Insanity. The Democratic Party has lost their ever-loving minds.
You better dig them roots up. It's trying to stick with the roots that haven't worked for you.
And you have the same black people, the same black leaders saying the same thing. You know what? I'm surprised the Democratic Party didn't have us singing Negro spirituals. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forward to carry me home. They let us know.
Yeah.
When we come back,
you get white reparations.
At least the Bears fired their offensive coordinator. You're all right.
We do that every season.
Yeah, problem is you got a young quarterback. He needs somebody, and now you're just going through people. It's not going to help him.
The Bears and the Democratic Party all need to go to a convention. And
where was the DNC?
Shut up. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
A Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cogg's Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
At Concordia University, Wisconsin, your future is more than a degree. It's an opportunity to lead and serve. With over 90 degrees, small class sizes, and a supportive Christian community, we prepare you to have a vocation with purpose, both in your career and in life. Whether you're a high schooler with big dreams or a full-time adult with a busy schedule, Concordia is here to help you reach your goals. Concordia University, Wisconsin. Live uncommon.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, y'all. My truth of the matter is this. Tony Smith during break just asked me, what are your top three issues, Denise? Being a black person in this country, what's the top three agenda items for you? Coming in at number 3, my community. Coming in at number 2, no longer having faith and confidence in my government. And coming in at number 1, my top number 1 issue is sell the damn Bears. Sell the team. Sell the team.
Sucks.
Because the Bears still suck. That's my truth of the matter, y'all. Telly, what you got?
Oh, man. My truth of the matter, we were a lot of places today, but the poll, going back to the poll question, and it's just something that I think we should at least think about. If you guys want to, the over 40% that still want to talk about the election, then we got to talk about how much of a landslide it was and what it was leading up to it. So if we're going to have full, transparent conversations, then be ready to have those type of conversations. But that doesn't change my stance on it. Again, I feel like November 5th has happened, and let's try to figure out a collective plan together moving forward. So that is my truth of the matter.
Yeah, I just gotta talk to all the people who are upset about the results and upset about what's going on in America. Just tell you like they used to do on the playground when someone say something you don't like, and they come up to you, so do something.
Yeah.
Do something
about it.
Do something.
She gonna do.
Nah, but for real though, anybody want to buy tickets to the Bears Packers game on Sunday? I'm for real, y'all. They 50-yard line, 5th row. Packers fans don't even want to go to that game.
I can watch my garbage collected every Wednesday. I don't need to go to the Bears game.
I don't even have a rebuttal. I can't even say anything back. Not for real. Hit me up at Real Comp Coach on Instagram. I got some tickets, okay?
Hey, no,
we can negotiate.
She been promoting these since Sunday.
I'm telling you, Darren texted me. He was like, he had it all what do you call it? All caps, exclamation. Sell the tickets. I was like, sell the team? He was like, no, sell the tickets. So again, let me get my professional voice.
It might be that
That's
game.
funny. Sell the team? No, sell the tickets.
I go sell the team. He's like, no. We ain't even got to that point yet. Dear Green Bay Packers fans, I do have tickets. 50-yard line, 5th row. Look at Telly. He's like, you could be on the field, Denise, and nobody's buying them tickets. Not for real. I'll give a nice discount. Because I don't want to, I'm tired of going to the game every year.
And being, yeah.
And then we got the nerve to be mad at Packers fans as they're leaving. We hate you. I'm like, no. They won. We should be yelling at the McCarthys.
He said, no, they don't suck.
At all.
Usually the winner doesn't suck.
Help me, Lord, because I knew we was going to win this season. I was like, yeah, we're going to beat the Packers this season.
Man, if I could, I would take them off of you. I've never been to a Bears-Packers game.
Well, this is not the year to go. This is not the year to go. And then we're glutton for punishment. Then we go back to Lambeau Field in January.
Oh, yeah.
And do it all over again.
Yeah. Now that one ain't going to be good.
Ain't nobody ask you. Ain't nobody come see you. No, I'm sensitive. But yeah, for real, yeah. Look, one more again. We got 30 seconds. Hit me up if you want the Bears Packers.
Good luck, Bear.
They're nice seats. You have nothing else to do. Like, I'm getting no love on the YouTube message board. It's just crickets.
New coordinator coming in. Have some faith.
Up next, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Tony, thank you as always for being a guest, co-host. We appreciate and love y'all, Truth Nation. Up next, 9 more hours of live consecutive Black Talk Radio, including the one and only Professor Sherwin Hughes. Make it a great day. We love you. Tell somebody you love them back. We will see and hear y'all tomorrow, Lord willing.
Peace out.